How to solve problems in physics. Many of the students' complaints are, I understand the concept, but I just can't understand the problems. This is the statement of many of the students today. Have you ever wondered why the genius like Einstein and Feynman enjoyed physics? It's only because of the problem solving skills. It's only because of what? The problem solving skills. So as you know, problem and theory are inseparable in physics. So the problem solving skills are essential for your success in physics. Although there is no simple step-by-step method that works for every problem, the following steps gives you a thorough idea about how to solve your problem and how to be a successful problem solving person. So I'll explain one by one the steps involved in problem solving. The first step, read the question carefully and understand the problem. If it is a long problem, you have to read it again and again and understand it. Part by part, you have to read it and understand it clearly. Until you understand the problem, you have to read it again and again. Second thing, analyze the concept involved in the problem. While you read the problem itself, you can find it out. This problem belongs to electricity, or it is optics, or it is kinematics, or any other topic, electronics, like that, any other topic, you can find it out. So what is the concept involved in the problem? The next step is establish a mental image of the problem. So in your brain, you have to image the problem and you have to visualize the content of the problem and you have to diagram it. If there is a necessity for drawing the diagram, you have to draw the diagram with proper coordinate systems. For example, you'll be having what free body diagrams, ray diagrams, graphs, like that, many things will be there. So you have to diagram it with necessary approaches. Label the drawing. When you're drawing it, label the drawing. Include the parameters or variables on the which the solution depends. So what are the solutions? What are the variables given in the problem? All that you have to write it. And write down the value of the parameters. Suppose if you are drawing a diagram, you write down the image distance, object distance, all those things. When you are drawing a graph, make sure that you are putting the units and the scale of the axis. That's very, very important. And in ray diagrams and circuit diagrams, you should not forget to draw the directions. Here, the directions are very, very important. The next step is you have to identify what you are going to solve it. This step will be always found normally in the end of the problem. Okay. Sometimes you have to solve one or more unknowns. Okay. So first you have to find out one unknown. From that unknown, you have to find it out the next one. So you have to write the unknowns and you have to put a question mark and you have to follow it. The next step, write the given quantities in the problem with the proper units. Okay. So what are the given quantities given in the problem? You have to write it with proper units. And in the next step, you have to convert from one system of units to another system of units. Suppose your units are given one in SI unit and another one in CGS unit. You have to convert either into SI or into what CGS. Suppose the answer question is given in centimeter and another thing is given in what Newton. So you have to convert into what SI system. So meter should be centimeter should be converted into meter. Like that, you have to convert to one system of unit to do the problem. Now you have to find out what is the problem formula applicable for the problem. You have to choose the right formula. Many times there will be different formula for the same set of variables. Okay, so you will be very confused to choose the right one. So whenever you are memorizing your problems, you have to remember the condition of the formula also. So always when you remember the formula, what is the condition related with that of the formula have to be remembered. Okay, so you have to apply the formula for the given set of variables, for the given set of what? Variables. So while memorizing the formula itself, you have to study with the conditions. The next step is you have to find out the unknown value by substituting the known values in the formula. Here, while you're substituting and calculating, you have to be very thorough with the indices and the decimals. You have to be very thorough with what? The powers, that is. Calculations of powers and the decimal points, division, multiplication, all plays a very important role. You have to follow shortcut methods to do it. The next is, while you write the answer, you have to check whether you are writing the proper unit for the unknown quantity, which you have found out. So you have to write the correct unit to get your full marks. The final step is you have to put a nice box or circle or underline your final answer to show the answer. So if you follow all these steps, it is easy for you to do the problem. Hope you understand. Thank you.